Welcome back mga kabarangay sa ating NetKapihan, Talakayan at Chikahan. Sa gabing ito, ang ating mga kapanayam ay isa sa mga hinahangaan nating na musikero, songwriter noong dekadang 80, 90. Walang iba kundi ang frontman ng Eraserheads, si Ely Buendia. Ely, magandang gabi sa iyo. Kumusta? How are you?
Magandang gabi naman, Rene. Well, as you can see, araw pa dito.
Araw pa, oo nga, no?
Ah,
Ah, maraming salamat, Ellie, at you
yeah,
gave us this opportunity, to catch up with you.
sure,
Um,
sure.
and right now, you're based in the Philippines, sa may bandang Parañaque. Kumusta ang ano
Yep.
dyan? Kumusta ang weather? How are things in your area?
The weather is very good. Dito sa spot namin, mahangin because of
Mm-hmm.
the Laguna Bay winds. Laguna de
Okay.
Bay, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, it almost seems like it's a very peaceful place, and it almost seems like walang
Walang COVID.
walang naranasang COVID ang Pilipinas. But yeah, like everywhere else, it's ano pa rin, medyo pandemonium pa rin.
Mhm, mhm. Alam niyo mga kaibigan, si Ellie at ako po magkapitbahay kami noon sa Pasig. But Ellie was a very young boy. Siguro he was like 5, 6 years old. Duplex yung bahay namin. At minsan pumupunta si Ellie doon at ibang mga kapatid niya. Meron akong lumang gitara noon, no? Electric guitar. Kasi kunwari, nagbabanda-banda ako nung college. Hinahawakan ni Ellie. And true enough, years later, nakita ko si Eddie sa entablado at sa telebisyon at isang musikero, isang songwriter. Pero bago siya pumasok doon, ay nag-aral muna siya sa Universidad ng Pilipinas, di ba, Ellie?
That's right, that's right.
And what course were you taking sa UP?
Uh, I took film, film and
Okay.
audiovisual communication.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And how was it? How did you find yun talaga yung field na gusto mo, Ellie?
Not really.
Ano
First choice ko actually was architecture. I really wanted
Mhm.
to be an architect. But
Okay.
sadly, I didn't pass because it was uh,
Yung may quota, oo.
quota course. Yeah,
Mhm.
and I'm not too good at math.
Okay.
So, yeah, yeah, creative siguro, I can draw. But yeah, the math part, yun yung binagsak ko. So
Hmm.
I ended up in film, which is my
So,
second choice.
why did you want to become an architect? Meron ka bang inspiration? Meron ka bang parang, I mean, you're looking up to someone who was an architect in your family?
There was no architect in our family, but our family was almost all my cousins were
Mhm.
engineers.
Okay.
At alam mo
Mhm.
naman, during that time, no 80s,
Mm.
parang that was that was the job
Mhm.
to get when you graduate, engineering or something na similar.
Related to gano'n, oo.
Yeah, and I
Mm.
always thought na since I can draw naman,
Mhm.
parang it's a compromise. Of course, my dad wanted me to be, a professional.
Mhm.
So I thought, oh, it's a good compromise. I can still be creative. I can draw, and I can be, someone who people would say is a professional.
Mhm. So, with your film, ano yun, meron bang major yun? Or I think it was in general ba yung film?
Wala. As in, it's a general thing. It also deals with audiovisual
Mhm,
practices, I guess. So again, that was something. It wasn't as as kumbaga um, distinguished as
mhm,
being an architect, but still, I thought I would be. good in that field also.
Yun ba yung sa fine arts yata yun, ano? Was it under the fine arts, yung
Dati
audiovisual?
ano siya, fine art siya, pero ngayon
Mhm.
it's under the College of Mass Communication.
Mass communication, okay.
Yeah, nung time ko pero
Mhm,
sa tingin ko
mm.
yata ngayon parang meron siyang sariling
Nag
uh,
nag nag
college.
Nagdo-dorm ka ba, Ellie, nung nasa kolehiyo ka, nung nasa UP? Were you staying in the dormitory, residence hall pala ng ano,
Yes, I
UP?
stayed in a dorm. Actually nga, I had a hard time applying to a dorm because uh,
Kasi Metro
the,
Manila ka, parang gano'n,
yeah,
o
priority nila is yung mga probinsya.
probinsya,
And
oo.
I was living in Las Piñas, which is
Probinsya
not
na yun.
that near also. Parang probinsya na yun, but it's Metro Manila. But it's like 2 to 3 hours
Mhm,
away, a bus ride away. So my my mother at that time made sure na I got in. So parang pinakausapan niya yung Kalayaan dorm at that time.
mhm, mhm. Para dun ka mag-umpisa mag-stay. So,
Uh,
yung sa music naman, so when did it start coming out, 'no? Nung kasi alam ko nasa kolehiyo pa, nasa universidad ka pa, you already starting to write songs and perform.
yeah, yeah. Um, to me, music was more of a parang hobby or even
Mhm,
yeah, it's a hobby. Like I didn't parang consider it. I didn't think of turning it into a career.
mhm,
Uh, I was musically inclined at a very young age. We were a family of
mhm.
music lovers. My mom uh, loved pop music. So did my dad. My dad was into classical, and we had music all the time in the house. And my dad actually bought me my first acoustic guitar.
Oh, okay.
And my mom uh, schooled me in the pop music OPM world. She had a
Mhm,
collection of
mhm,
45s like Rico J. Puno, mga ganun, Victor Wood,
mhm. Oh,
mga
Victor Wood,
Kundiman.
mm.
So that
So
was my introduction to
okay.
music.
Mm. And so when did the E-Heads, when did you form I mean, came into being yung E-Heads, yung Eraserheads?
Late in the game na yun, when I was in college,
Mhm,
uh, I became serious with music in college
mhm,
because parang I guess of the atmosphere in
mhm,
UP. Parang
mhm,
it was very art centric and very liberal. So the studies took a back seat,
mhm,
and
mhm,
it was such a creative school
mhm,
that yeah, it just snowballed from there. Na parang the first thought I had when I was a freshman was actually forming a band, a serious band na. Whereas before in high school, I would parang join uh, semi-serious bands.
mhm,
Like, it's hard to
mhm.
look for like-minded individuals in high school that shared your passion. But in UP, there was just
Yeah, there
that was
was
a
just
whole culture, like people from
sama-sama.
all over the
Mhm,
country
mhm,
that could have shared your passion, and I did find such individuals in the Eraserheads.
mhm. Saan ka nag-high school, Ellie? Sa Las
Sa
Piñas?
ko sa Perpetual Health
Sa
College,
may Las
Rizal.
Piñas.
It's na
Okay.
yeah, yeah,
Mhm,
university na siya ngayon.
mm. So, ang ano, yung Eraserheads, it was, sino nagpangalan nun? At yun ba talaga yung pangalan ng grupo nyo originally, or it was just later on you coined it into something like Eheads?
Yeah, it was from the beginning. It was already Eraserheads. It was
Oh.
I had a band in during my first year,
Mhm.
and then the other three members also had a band,
Mhm.
and they were uh, I was tawag dito, ahead of them a year, and when I was in my second year, my bandmates left me because
Mhm.
they were serious musicians.
Okay. Mhm.
They were in the College of Music, so they were very serious and parang yeah, they said
Ayaw nila
I'd
ng
like to
pop,
take
parang gano'n.
ayaw ng
Mm.
pop. Yeah,
Mhm.
my songwriting partner then was this guitar classical guitar guy, and he said no, I'm not into bands. So
Mhm.
he left, and I was left without a band. So I decided to place an ad
Mhm.
sa dorms, all the dorms,
Ah, talaga?
even the freshman dorm, which was
Mhm.
Kalayaan. So I placed an ad there, and the only people who answered the ad was Raymond, Buddy, and Marcos,
Mhm.
who were friends. They were friends, and they already had a band which was called the Curfew,
The curfew,
and
okay.
yeah, the Curfew. Uh, um, and then their vocalist left them,
Hmm,
and so they were left without a vocalist, and I was left without a band. So
a band. Oh, so
we decided to
nagsama
team up.
kayo.
Yeah,
Hmm. Kasi there must be something about, kasi Eraserheads. Tapos later on, yung banda mo, The Mongols ba yun? O Pencil or something? Parang gano'n? May something to do with writing and or talagang lumalabas lang yan,
yeah. There's
Ellie?
definitely something, this subconscious thing going on there. Because to me, life is all about learning,
Mhm.
and every day to me is about you know getting accumulating more knowledge for yourself, and it doesn't end. It
Mhm.
ends only when you're dead, and who knows, maybe when you're dead you're still going to learn something.
Oh, yeah, we
So
don't
yeah,
know.
that's the I think that's the subconscious thing that goes on there.
So your music is how did it feel, no? You were you had a band, tapos ano nagkaroon na ng massive clamor for your music, and you were trending, no? Remember those times, wala pa yung mga texting, wala pang social media, pero talagang mabilis kumalat yung popularity ng banda nyo. What do you think would
Yeah.
have been, anong factor nun? Siyempre yung kagwapuhan ng banda, parang gano'n. But aside from yung musicality iba, eh, 'di ba? Yung parang yun yung time na walang gano'n. So people were clamoring for something like what you guys were doing. Tapos original pa. Tapos gitara, eh. Yung alam mo yun, yung parang yung mga dating 60s na combo, yung mga tinatawag na combo. Parang gano'n.
Mm,
Parang live yung music, no? So,
yeah.
how did it feel, Ellie, yung itong popularity na 'to?
Daming tanong nun, ah. Well, yung popularity, well, it caught me by surprise, definitely. I wanted to be successful, but I
Mhm,
didn't expect that kind of uh, fandom from people, which I can still, feel up to now.
mhm,
So, yeah, it's kind of a mixed bag for me. Sometimes I enjoy it.
mhm,
There was a time before that I really enjoyed the success and all the trappings of success. But now being, I just want to be, a private person. So
mhm,
now it's kind of a hassle. But yeah, with regards to the secret, I really can't say I have theories like uh, the Eheads were basically a folk band in
Mhm.
the broadest sense. Na we sing about the folks, you know, um, the people's problems,
Mhm.
their aspirations, simple things that any Filipino can relate to, and that was sort of uh, that was not by
Hindi
accident.
intention,
I
oo.
mean, we really intended
Mhm.
for for it to be our sound. Kasi before we blew up, the Eraserheads played like we were into psychedelic rock. We
Mhm.
were very much into experimentation and mostly English songs. But
Okay. Mhm.
then I said, okay, if we're going to do that, uh, I might as well, not do it because I want to do this as a career,
Mhm.
and I can't imagine us being apart from all the other bands
Mhm.
that were our contemporaries. Because nung time na yon, sobrang uso ng grunge. I mean,
Oh, yes,
Nirvana
oo.
just came out and everyone was parang sort of, you know, grunge talaga, as in rakrakan.
Mhm.
And most of the bands that we knew, played, wrote English lyrics. So
Mm.
I said, let's stray from the pack and let's take it back to my sort of influences,
Mhm.
like my mom made me listen to, like original Filipino music. Yeah, the folk movement, Torante, the
Mhm.
soul movement and the disco movement with VST and Rico J. Puno, the big band movement with Apo Hiking, all that uh, we tapped into.
Mhm.
And the band you had was a big influence on me. Di ba yung
Mhm.
Barkada? That was
Yeah,
your
oo.
band.
Pop. That
That
was
was a
our band.
big parang sort of, I said I want to sound like this band, the band that I sort of looked up to when I was like 6 years old, and going to your house to noodle on
Oh,
the electric
yes.
guitar. So that was the sound that I said, this is the sound of parang the Filipino sound,
Mhm.
and that was when it all clicked for the whole band, and they said, "Sige, let's do this." So we started writing the songs that became our anthems. Yung Pare
Mm.
Ko came
Oo.
from that sort of mold na folksy and unassuming and very simple. Even in the instrumentation, it was simple. So I
Mhm.
guess that's what the masses parang appreciated with
Mhm.
Eraserheads.
Merong, ano dito, so Gerald Grana from Quezon City. Ellie, I'm a big fan. When will you release a new single? Ayan, tinatanong si Gerald.
You're out of the loop, bro. I, ju- I just released a new single. Uh,
Okay, so,
Came out like a month ago.
oh, okay. What's the title of this new single, Ellie?
It's called Metro.
Metro. Okay.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it's available on Spotify. Yeah.
Okay. And then here is Attorney Mel Libre. Well, Attorney Mel is now based in New Zealand. He used to be a DJ ng NU Cebu. Sabi ni
Oy.
Atty. Mel, nice to know that there is more than rock and roll in Ely Buendia. Salamat for keeping Pinoy rock alive in the 90s. I remember Eheads in its early years, and they, together with Intro Boys, went head on with new Cebu bands like Monks, Abyss, and Ledger Line. Any new material, Ellie? Yan. And what inspired you to write Toyang? Yan, tanong ni Atty. Mel. What inspired you to write Toyang?
Atoyang is about my girlfriend then.
Okay.
Hmm.
Iba, iba pa yung tindahan ni eto na yun, Toyang, 'di ba, yung tindahan ni
Hindi,
Aling
iba pa yun. Tindahan ni
iba
Aling
pa yun?
Nena naman yun. Iba yun.
Aling Nena, yun, oo, oo. Ah, Ellie, when you write, ano nauuna, lyrics o music or melody, paano?
Uh, it's almost always a melody. I come up
Mhm.
with a melody first, and then the lyrics.
Mhm. And yung ano 'to, yung first album niyo, 'di ba, yung Ultra Magnetic ano 'to, yung mahaba yung title, 'no? Even the title itself talagang trend setting kayo no'n, eh. Parang, ah, I mean, who thought of the title of the album, Ellie?
Hindi ka ba familiar sa Voltus 5, bro?
Ah, yun ba yun?
Yun yung uso nun, di ba? No? Yung magkapit
Yung Ultra Magnetic. Okay,
Voltus
okay.
5 reference
Voltes
yun.
5. So itong mga influences, it's really, the pop and then the folk culture, you incorporate it. And then may mga messages na ano, talagang hindi lang just playing it. And then, well, what made you finally say, okay, tapos na itong phase ng buhay ko ng Eheads, I will what was it, a sabbatical, was it a retirement, o ano ba yun, Ellie?
Hmm. I think it's a little bit of both.
Mm-hmm.
Was creatively, emotionally, I really wanted a break from everything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, it was around ano na 90 2000 na yata. We
Okay.
had a
Mm-hmm.
good year, a good run. It was like 8 or 10 years of being together, and
Mm-hmm.
um, and I think nobody in his right mind would continue with something that has parang finally uh, stopped
na,
becoming
naabot na, oo.
becoming fun.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Everything because of the magnitude of the success, everything just
Mm-hmm.
became complicated. You know what I mean?
Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Business
Mm-hmm.
wise, the relationships
Mm-hmm.
changed, and yeah, it was just
It was time
too
to,
much for me to
mm-hmm.
handle, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I wanted a change of pace, basically.
Eto, may comment din dito si Bong, Nikolai Vladinsky. Si Bong, musikero to si Bong, eh. Sabi niya, isa sa mga weapons ni Voltes 5, yung ultra electromagnetic. Tama ba?
Yeah, yeah,
Web. Tapos si Froilan naman, ito, musikero din to. Ellie, will you be doing concerts in New Zealand in the future? Yan yung mga tinatanong. Yan
yeah.
yung
I
mga,
would love to. I would love to go to New Zealand. It's definitely on my
oh, good,
to-do
good,
list,
good, good.
either as a tourist or
Mm-hmm.
as a performer. Yeah,
Mm.
definitely.
Have you been in this part of like Australia, parang ganon,
Australia,
noon?
I have. I have toured Australia lots of times, but never
Mm.
New Zealand. Not yet.
Okay, yun. At least, ayun, ano na, we will keep that in mind already, Ellie. Kasi, marami
Yeah,
na, ito na.
I was jealous nga when ano when Kamikaze went there. Parang,
Yes, oo.
what Kamikaze went there? Yeah.
Sina Kamikase, si
Sina Jay.
Parokya, oo.
Pati parokya na nakapunta na dyan.
Yes, yung
Oh, now
Parokya.
I'm really jealous. I'm really jealous.
River Maya yata, oo. Dapat Eraserheads na, ito,
Oh,
pagbukas na
dapat
ng border.
pa, papuntahin nyo kami dyan. Mag-regroup kami.
Ayun, yun. Kasi marami pa ring ano dito na ano, there's a growing community of musicians and ano, yung mga tsaka may mga bata, Ellie, may mga bata na like you when you were young, you got inspired by the ano, yung mga dating inspiration. So may mga bata din na ano, may mga banda rin dito. We'll keep that in mind, Ellie. Ha? Talagang ano, how there was a health scare sa iyo noon, di ba? How are you? Was it like in the
Yeah,
or was it just type? by the
I
media?
had two heart attacks already,
Okay.
and I think it's due to, the, of course, mainly the lifestyle
Mm-hmm.
and stress.
Okay. That was
So yeah.
when you were performing pa rin, ano? So what do you do now? Right now, you teach, you meditate. What keeps you busy,
Oh,
Ellie?
I started my own record label. It's called
Oh, okay.
Offshore Music,
Mm-hmm.
and we're going on our fifth year now, and it's been doing pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, we've managed to break through like uh, new talented artists, and I'm really proud of this label, and I've been putting my business hat on for the past 5 years now, and
What do
also
you call your
producing
label? What do you call your label, Ellie?
offshore music Philippines.
Offshore. Offshore.
Offshore, yeah,
Okay. Mm-hmm. And 5 years it's been ongoing, and
yeah,
it's releasing other artists. Does it and also release your new single, Metro?
yeah. This is where I release my new stuff now.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a major label now. I own my music now.
Yeah. Oh, so the publishing rights is also yours. Oh. Mm-mm.
Yes, yes.
Kasi dati, di ba, may publisher, meron pang
Mm-hmm.
recordings,
Mm-hmm.
ganun. Sayang hindi tayo kasi you went to Sony Music din, ano? Yung grupo nyo? Nag-Sony ba kayo? BMG lang?
Naging, oh yeah, but
Anong nag-merge?
before, nag-merge, parang wala na yata yung Eheads nun.
Wala na. Okay,
Wala
okay.
nang
Kasi,
Eheads nun, naging pupil na yun. Yung
yun
may
sa
band,
kanta,
may
Pupil.
band
Oh.
after Eraserheads, pupil, Sony
So,
na yun.
something, yun sa Sony na. Wala na ako sa Sony nun eh. Nasa Warner na ako. So,
Ano,
ano,
Warner ka pala?
erase. Nag-Warner ako under kay Maan tsaka kay Ricky.
Ricky.
So,
Yeah.
Ricky Lacad tsaka Maan
Yeah.
Hontiveros. So, Eraserheads, tapos Pupil, Mongols, Pencil, parang blackboard. Meron ba?
Wala na siguro, hindi na ako magbabanda for the meantime.
Mhm, mm. Kasi at a certain, siyempre, as an artist, you grow, di ba? And then you have certain things that eto na yung gusto mong gawin, and now you are at the point wherein, as you said, you're wearing the business hat. So dati artist lang, ngayon business and ano. So alin na mas mahirap, yung artist o yung business wearing the hat? Ano? Business.
Business is harder.
Ito, yung mga Pinoys have a big presence here. Looking forward to seeing you guys perform in New Zealand. Sweet Ellie, looking forward. We'll look after you. Oh, we'll cook the seafood mukbang for you.
Wow.
Ito yung mga sina Froilan, mga ano ito, yung mga kasi dito, alam mo Ellie, pag weekends, lalo bukas, maraming mga Pinoy nagfi-fishing. Kasi nga,
Wow, sarap
walang
naman.
pasok eh. So pupunta yan sa either sa may kayak or something. And
Wow, that's a lot.
we will really put that in our radar, Ellie, na kasi matagal-tagal na rin kami nawalan ng ng pupunta dito ng artist eh.
Mm.
I think it's more than 5 years na yata na even before the lockdown, kasi maliit lang yung market ng New Zealand. So minsan masyadong alam mo yun, yung logistics din. But no, ano natin yan, marami ka ng I want to reconnect with you again. Kaya nung nakita kita sa Facebook, nagmalakas loob na ako. Sabi ko, sana sagutin ako ni Ellie at thank you very much, Ellie, for, I'm so blessed kasi nakilala kita nung bata ka pa. And then I saw that and now that it has been parang, ano ba yung sasabihin ko, na-reinforce na yung pananaw ay malalim, no? Kagaya ng sa music mo and what you're doing now. And yeah, and you have influenced and inspired a lot of people, no?
Okay.
Lalo
Yeah,
na yung
thank
mga
you.
musikero, yung mga songwriter, gano'n. Alam mo, isa yung siguro pag, kasi ito yung gusto kong gawin eh, parang pag mag invite kami ako ng artist, gusto ko, meron ding workshop, 'no, parang turuan mo sila ng magsulat halimbawa kahit na maiksing workshop lang na kung pupuwedeng gano'n para siyempre nandun na rin yung pasyal na ano, eto na mga mga na ano na, tinataas na yung mga kamay. O sige, anuhin natin 'to para mapunta dito si Ellie. Ellie, I'd like to thank you for, spending some time. I hope this will not be the last time na makakausap ka namin at,
Oh yeah,
we will
absolutely.
really look forward to, creating something, a venue, a space that, will have you. Kasi kung yung iba, pati sina ano, yung ano 'to, yung mga rapper pumunta na rin dito na ano, sama-sama sila na si Pendong ba ano ito? Hindi Pendong,
Grupong Pendong, si Pendong.
Hindi,
Oh.
hindi si Grupo Pendong, si ano, Dong Abay, si Dong.
Ah, Dong
Oo,
Abay.
si Dong, oo,
Si
pumunta na rin.
Dong, nakapunta na rin dyan.
Oo, nakapunta si Dong dito
Wow.
kasama ng parokya yata yun o ng
Wala
kamikaze.
yata akong fans dyan, bro eh.
Kasi nga yun yung medyo naglaylo ka kaya siguro nung ano, I think they were here mga 10 hindi naman, mga 8 years ago. So, mga ano yun, mga 2012. Anong ano mo, parang naka-sabbatical ka yata nung time na yun eh. Tahimik ka. Kaya
Hmm.
siguro hindi na ano. But definitely, sir, ano yun natin yan. Any message that you'd like to, to our listeners or viewers, especially mga nandito sa New Zealand?
Wala lang. I mean, thank you for all the support and thank to the listeners out there. Maraming salamat for tuning in. And yeah, ingat kayo.
And your music, Offshore Records, is available on Spotify, no? Spotify. So,
Yeah,
ano
yeah.
to, iTunes, yung mga
You
ganun.
can check out the website. We also have lots of merch
Yeah.
there that you can buy. Like we have eraser heads, mga fans ng eraser
Ah,
heads. We
okay.
have eraser heads vinyl there, mga plaka. We
Mm,
have
mhm,
books about the eraser heads. We have t-shirts, stuff
mhm,
like that. And also check out our artists online, like Enamori. Enamori is half Japanese, half Filipina
mhm,
singer, artist. She's very big in South Korea now and also here in the Philippines. We have a rap group from Cagayan de Oro named
mm.
Sulo, which I think you guys will dig also. We have a folk rock group named Pinkmen. Basta,
Pinkman, uy, gusto ko yun.
yeah.
Mm,
We have punk groups like they're called Suspiria Pink. They're all in the website,
mhm.
so you
So
guys
your
can check it
website
out.
is
Offshore Music Philippines. Yeah.
offshoremusicphilippines.com,
Yeah.
.ph,
Search
parang
mo
gano'n.
lang sa Google. I-Google mo
Google.
lang.
Mhm. Eto, shout out din kay Salinas Molex. Ito isang dairy farmer 'to sa Mata-Mata. Eheads forever ako. Sold out na ticket. Parang gano'n. Oh, yeah. Gawan na natin ng paraan 'to mga bro. Maraming salamat, Ellie, and we hope to see you again online and in person as soon as pwede dito sa Aotearoa, New Zealand. And we
Yeah,
wish you all the best.
definitely.
Wish you all the
Definitely.
best and
It's good
uh,
talking to you, bro.
yeah, also thank
Brings
you.
back so many good memories.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ellie. Okay, God bless Ellie and
Right.
nandito lang kami kung ano tayo, itong gagawin natin. Good night and
Okay.
thank you. All right,
Thank
bye-bye.
you. Bye-bye.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. Mga kaibigan, yan po si ating kasamang Ellie Buendia dito sa ating NetKapihan, Talakayan at Chikahan.